Welcome to the program. I'm here with Marcela.
I'm Patricia.
Today we have a great surprise for you with our adventure expert, Dan Monsky. Oh, he has a great story for us today. You will see that soon.
It's a big surprise. Okay, let's connect with Dan and see what he has for us today.
Hi, Dan. Look at him.
Yeah. Woo! Oh. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Marcella. How is everyone?
We're doing
We're
great.
doing great.
Yeah, me too. I'm paddling on the Kettle River, and it's a glorious day.
Where is that? Is it Minnesota?
Yeah, it's an hour and a half north of the Twin Cities. It's in a state park, Banning State Park. And look at the features here. I'm in a canyon that you can't see any other way than actually being on the river. So paddling is probably the best way to experience a place like this. And there's nothing like this around. So it's a really unique park.
Wow, incredible. You have to take me with you sometime.
Oh, he loves taking people
Yeah.
on adventures. Yes.
Yeah. Patricia,
Last week.
you're a
Yes.
sea kayaker now.
Yes.
Oh, really? You went with him?
Yeah,
Yes.
you did a great job. I thought you were fantastic on the trip.
Oh, thank you.
And it was her first time sea kayaking. It was her first time on a nomadic camping trip overnight like that. So she did a great job. She's a natural.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
But yeah, the Apostles are an incredible set of islands for exploring in northern Wisconsin. Why don't you roll the video and show everybody our Apostle Island sea kayaking adventure? You'll love it. It's an amazing place.
Let me. The lighthouse and the devil. Oh, look at those peaks.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful. They were beautiful.
We set off paddling out to Sand Island to get a quick taste of what the islands have to offer. I thought it'd be an easy breeze out there since it was so close, but we had a headwind that we were bucking the whole way, and it just took us hours to go a real short distance.
Wow, look at the wave.
Yes, they were very challenging, but it was worth it. And look at Winnie, how she's going up and down.
Yeah, the islands are out in Lake Superior, just off the coast of Wisconsin. And they're an archipelago of 21 islands called the Apostles. They're a national lakeshore, so they're part of the national park system. And they're like a pristine wilderness, only they're islands.
Patri, you had such an incredible adventure.
Yes, it
Wow.
was great. But it was not only paddling.
They've got campsites interspersed throughout most of the islands, and you can paddle from island to island, leading like a nomadic lifestyle, and camp as you go. They've got a lot of historical elements that are really interesting to see. It's not just, natural pristine islands. They've got lighthouses on many of the islands. You can see old mines. They've got trails, and you can even hike up on the islands and check out some of the scenic vistas that are there. It's just a pristine experience to be out on the islands to explore them. What do you think, Patricia?
I loved it, including the big waves.
The waves were big, yeah. But they're not always like that. But it does help to have experience in rough water and experience in adverse conditions. Because if you do flip and you're in the middle of a crossing or between islands somewhere, it's incredibly dangerous. But beginners are welcome along, particularly in a tandem boat like Patricia and I were in. And that worked out great, right, Patricia?
Oh, yes, it worked out really, really good. At the beginning, I was thinking, oh, this looks kind of dangerous because the waves were really, really high. Sometimes we couldn't see below the waves, but I said, well, I'm with experts, so I trusted them, and we got to where we wanted to go.
She got an introduction to sea kayaking with an expert in the boat, and she had no experience whatsoever, and she had an incredible experience. And it was a great introduction to the Apostle Islands that you couldn't get any other way.
Dan, the caves. Let's get to the caves.
Oh, yeah. The caves. What'd you think of the caves, Patricia?
Oh, they were fantastic. Look at that water.
Yeah, they look amazing. Wow.
They're incredible. Yeah. They're a labyrinth of caverns. They're not just little round cutouts that are along the shore. These things are like a maze of caves and caverns and passageways that are along the shore for at least a half a mile. You can go from cavern to cavern to cavern through a connecting passageway and into another one, and then back out into the open water and come in again. So it's almost like a game. You're exploring as you go and finding new wonders as you pass through. Patricia, what was your favorite thing?
I loved looking at the water crashing against the caves and the pillars in the caves. You can see they're very strong. And then I also loved when we went snorkeling. See, you can go through the passages underneath the water, and it was beautiful.
It was so fun to paddle out there with you, Patricia, because you were taking pictures. You were so excited about what we were encountering, as if this was, your first time, and it was. But you just had this childlike spirit that was like, "Oh, let's go there! Oh, let's go there! Oh, hi!" And that really made it fun to share an experience like that with somebody for their first time.
You have great weather in your trip.
Oh, yes, I agree. It was perfect.
Well, we had good weather for the most part. The wind at the beginning was really difficult to deal with, but otherwise, yeah, you're right. We had great conditions. The only inclement weather we ran into was the storm at night on Devil's Island, and that's the perfect time if you're going to have any bad weather to have it at night. But that wound up making Devil's Island that much more dramatic because ominous storm, thundering, lightning, and heavy rain and all of that, and you're on Devil's Island. So, yeah, that was great. And even on our way back, it was great. The wind was at our back, and so it just kind of pushed us home really gently. It was real easy. But, the one crazy thing that happened because of all the surging water and the waves was on our way out to Devil's Island, the waves are at our back. So we're riding and surfing the waves, and you come to this harbor that funnels the water down into this narrower passage. And yeah, you've got an oasis in there once you're in there, but the waves are surging right towards it. And Wendy was up ahead of us, and as we were coming in the harbor, we must have been on the big wave surge, and she was quite a ways up ahead, and all of a sudden, we're not paddling, we're not doing anything, and it's pushing us right along, and we almost ran right over her, and there wasn't anything I could do. I'm ruddering and paddling to the side furiously, and we were headed right towards her, and we just skimmed right beside her, and there wasn't anything she could do either. It happened that fast. And we went right by her and surfed right into shore. You could just see the waves spraying off and all of that. We're not paddling at all creating that. That was the only kind of spooky thing that happened.
Wow, that was really close.
Yes, it was close, and the waves can be really, really powerful and with the wind. But in the end, everything was fine, and it was a great adventure.
Yeah, we had an incredible trip. The Apostle Islands are a place that I would recommend everybody try to get to at least once in their life. It's an incredible gem in the Midwest, just hours from the Twin Cities, and it's so much like an ocean experience, but different than anything you could ever have anywhere else. It's incredible. And Patricia, you're welcome to join me on any adventure you want. You're such a great adventure companion.
Oh, Dan, I want to go with you too. Next time, take me.
Yeah, Marcella, we'll initiate you sometime too.
Yes, we can put him on to work.
A man alone with two women on a deserted island. What more of a fantasy could I have?
Oh, we will start to planning our adventure.
Right away.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye, Marcella. Bye-bye, Patricia. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Dan. Thanks.
Dan.
Bye.
You guys have a good afternoon.
Bye, you too.
Wow, I love this adventure segment.
Yes, Dan always has all these interesting adventures that he shares with us.
Yes, looking at that made me want to visit the Apostle Islands.
Yes, and we will. Let's plan
Yeah.
on it. And I can't wait till next week when he brings the other adventure, kayaking. For now, please stay with us. We are going to visit a local business in our next segment. So
Don't go away.